Don't know this nigga got a show.
I'm thinking about the cricket.
Hip hop is now pop culture, and I confidently say that it's because of Drake and Nicki. We're not even talking about police brutality anymore. People are so upset.
Yo, this is Busan, right?
Nah, I got the wrong number, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tuned in to When the Pierres Get Bored.
You made me vacuum just to crumple eggs on the floor.
Where? I'm going to fix it. I promise. Okay. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Gerald.
Happy New Year.
We are back. It is 2019 When the Pierres Get Bored. We have new mics. We have new software. We have new wires. And we have just new stuff. So we're ready to take on 2019 and be super serious about this podcast. So watch out for Gerald and Nahendra When the Pierres Get Bored, because 2019 is our year. Am I right or am I wrong?
We'll see. Okay. We have up to December 31st, 2019 to see.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Anyways, today we're talking about something that is not so happy. The government shutdown. It started about 11 days ago and it's still going on. It is now January 1st and they still have not figured out what they want to do. So to sum it all up, Trump wants his wall and he is not going to sign anything until he gets that wall. Other hand, the Democrats are like, you're not getting your wall. We'll give you this much money and figure out what you want to do with it. So they shut down the government. As a result, 380,000 federal employees are put on leave without pay. 420,000 still have to work without pay. And 41,000 law enforcement and correctional officers, tens of thousands of CBP agents and custom officers are also included. In my opinion, it's everyone's fault. It's his fault, it's the Democrats' fault, and it's the Republicans' fault. Because it is so easy to dictate the lives of other people when it doesn't even affect you. You can so easily shut down a government. And this is about the third time this year. I'm sorry, last year, because we're in 2019 now, that this has happened. Why is it so easy for something to happen 3 times and affect the lives of people? Do you know, Gerald, that the average TSA or airport security person makes $25,000 to $38,000 a year?
Sheesh.
That is nothing.
No wonder they're so rude. It makes sense now.
It's not because we're rude to them. It's
They're
just rude to us.
They're just rude. And I see why.
Do you know a park ranger? You know the park still got to be open to the parks, the libraries, all that fancy stuff. Do you know how much a park ranger makes? $15 an hour for seasonal work. And for small state parks, $80,000. That's not bad. That's a little more than me, but still 2 digits. Average people make less than $50,000 who are being affected by this. I didn't even look up the rest of the people. I just looked up a couple of people. Did you know that this also affects, right now this is not affecting the majority of us, but it will if it keeps on going, because you know who else gets affected by this? The tax people. So what does that mean for the rest of us who are still getting paid, still going to work, and this didn't physically affect us yet? But come February and our tax returns start coming in late, then you're going to hear some rumbles. Now let's get into how much the people who are actually making these decisions, they still are getting paid. Still getting paid. Their money does not get cut off because it is attached to the office. Number one, the president makes $400,000 a year. Granted, kudos to him. Clap, clap, clap. He said he's not going to take a dime of any of that money. I don't know if that is still the case, He said that during the campaign, and you know he's been twisting a lot of his words. So I don't know if he still has that money. Then we have, to make it worse, the average Joe. This is literally what Google says, the average Joe. The average Joe in Congress, there are 529 of them, get paid $174,000 per year. But not everyone is average. The Speaker of the House gets paid $223,000 a year, while the majority and minority leaders of both the Senate and the House, along with the President pro tempore, I don't know if I said that right, gets paid $193,000 a year. These are the people who are making the decisions for the people who are making $43,000 a year. Okay. And they're not really making that much this year because guess what? They're not getting paid. But guess who still is? Everybody making the decision. They were able to go home and enjoy their 6-figure salary.
I should have been an average Joe.
No, an average Joe in Congress. Hey, if you want to run for something, let me know because I would surely enjoy that salary.
None of that smoke. Oh, no smoke, no smoke.
So for me, I blame everyone. Every single person.
Or us?
No, in Congress.
All right.
Because everyone is trying to either blame, it's the Democrats. It's the Republicans. It's the president. I blame all of them. That you guys can easily toy with people's lives 3 times in 1 year. That people don't know how they're going to take care of their family while you are enjoying your 6-figure salary. Your thoughts, my love?
Speechless. It is what it is. I'm not surprised. It's messed up, but it's America for you.
And to think at first, it didn't hit me until I started reading more. And then the Twitter thing happened with the hashtag shutdown stories. And then you're reading people's personal struggles and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so messed up. Then I'm finding out family members are being affected. And it's just like, what? Then I start seeing how much people are making. And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I just hope when the Democrats take over the House, they end this immediately. Then you guys can figure out what you want to do.
And when do they plan on doing that?
I think they take over January 3rd.
2 days?
Yes. I'm going to need Democrats and Republicans just sign something. Stop playing with people's lives, man. It's not funny when you guys are enjoying your 6-figure checks. Then figure it out. Let people get paid and then you guys figure it out. No more extensions and all that stuff and then for it to keep coming back again and again. Just let people get paid, then figure out something about this wall.
About the what?
About this whole thing is about the wall.
Oh, I thought you said Super Bowl. I was like, wait,
no, not
what?
The Super Bowl. Oh, and that's another one. But that's neither here or there. So figure something out, please. There are people suffering.
Government got you messed up.
They do. All right, so I'm about to play a song right now. And when we come back, I'm going to get someone who is actually experiencing this shutdown for the first time and just pick their brain and see how they feel and what's going on. And all right, I'll see you when you get back.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday I know I'll finally make it through the gates. Just have to wait. You whisper to me, there's no maybe. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Still holding tight through every fight, 'cause sometimes I can see through the echo of every day, always the same, until you take a step and let go. You told me that the shade's turning brighter, I don't know how. You showed me every heart is a fighter, time is now. I know that we can go higher if we keep our faith, if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. There's only time for dreams even greater. I hear the call, and I close my eyes to see even clearer. I see it all. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me.
Okay, people, we are back. We're going to get our guest on the phone so we can talk about what's going on with them and this shutdown that we have with the government. So let me get her on the phone.
Hello?
So, hey, welcome to When the Peers Get Bored. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I'm calling you to just pick your brain about what's been happening for the past 11 days with this whole government shutdown. And I know that you work for the government as a TSA employee, but I just want to check in to see how you're doing.
I'm doing okay. It's a bit of a struggle, honestly, with like paying bills.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel it now because a lot of my bills are due the 1st of the month. And originally, I heard the shutdown was supposed to be the 8th, so I was kind of preparing for that.
Yeah.
But it didn't start the 8th. It started last Saturday. So, yeah, it's hitting me hard right now.
And didn't you just get an apartment? You're excited about that news. You have a new apartment, and then boom, government shutdown. What was your initial feeling as soon as you heard it?
Well, I was really nervous because luckily I got paid this past weekend because a pay period closed before the shutdown, so that helped me get my rent in. But
Okay.
other than that, like, I'm really nervous about having to pay my electricity. I have my car note coming up. I have to pay like my Wi-Fi, things like that. So hopefully, I'm praying that things get settled by the 3rd, which is when they're supposed to open up again. But we'll see.
And you had to work during this holiday season, correct? Have people been nicer to you? Are people, you know how people could be rude to TSA? Like during this time, are people kinder?
So far, I haven't experienced any major issues. I've had people thanking me for my service a lot more frequently. And you'll have those people that kind of throw it in your face. But I mean, so far, I feel like people are being